Hey guys, this is Nick from ForexNoobs.com with some daily analysis. It is currently Tuesday, the 17th of November 2015, and it is 5:05 p.m. here in the UK. You're looking at a EUR/USD 3-hour chart. In this analysis, I'm going to be going through each and every pair I trade. I'm going to be going through each time frame for that pair. Now, I've already adjusted my support resistance areas for this week, so I won't really be doing that in this video. I will be updating my support resistance areas on the support resistance areas page though. So let's get started. EUR/USD, we'll start with the 3-hour and work our way up. Probably nothing is going to be forming here on EUR/USD because price is in between two major support resistance areas. But I like to go through each and every time frame anyway because it's just about getting into a process. It's about having the habit of going into each and every time frame every time you look at your charts. And it's the best way to find price action setups. It means that I rarely miss a setup that I actually want to take, because if I do this process 3-4 times per day, I'll be able to see almost every candle on most of these time frames, and I'll be able to take those trades. Now, one more thing about time frames, actually, I do not trade all of these time frames. I use these time frames because I like to split price action up into as many different time frames as possible. That way I can better read price action. But I don't trade all of these. Some of them I just use to read price actions. The ones I trade are the 3-hour, 4-hour, 6-hour, 8-hour, 12-hour, and daily. The 9, 10, 11, the 7, and the 5, I don't trade these time frames. I just use them to view price action. And also, another thing I just remembered, if you like this video, please hit the like button or the thumbs up button on YouTube. It really helps me out a lot. The thumbs up button will take you a second to do and it won't pause the video or anything like that. And also, if you do have any questions about this analysis, please ask them in my blog. You'll find a link to my blog below this video. I don't really respond that often to YouTube comments. I'd rather just respond to the comments on my blog. So yeah, let's keep going with the analysis. AUD/USD, let's see what's forming on here. We'll start with the 3-hour and work our way up. We do have an interesting setup, I guess, forming here. It's not something I would trade because the preceding trend is too small. So the preceding trend starts here, which means pretty much the maximum I would hope for on this trade if I were to enter would be a target down here, because price is likely to stall here. It stalled there recently, so it's likely to stall there again soon. So with price likely to stall here, if I were to jump in short, I just can't see this trade being that profitable. Yeah, 1.2 risk reward ratio, and that would be with an optimal entry and a pretty tight stop. So yeah, not interested in this. Let's go up and see if it looks different on any of the other time frames, but it's highly unlikely. Yeah, it's not likely that it's going to look different on other time frames. Kind of on the daily a little bit different, but yeah, so on the daily, there's actually a potential setup, but it's already triggered. It's too late. I haven't actually been trading on Monday or most of Tuesday. I only am starting trading this week as of kind of now, really, or 30 minutes ago when I started adjusting my support resistance areas. So I haven't really been trading yet this week. I've been really busy with some other stuff. So I guess I missed this because I haven't been looking at my charts. Not sure if I would have traded it again. I'm not sure about the risk reward ratio for this. We'd be looking with optimal entry and tight stop. Yeah, roughly 1.4. Again, this wouldn't really be something I'd be interested in trading. While I do obviously see that price has hit an area of resistance up here, indecision has formed. So it's quite clear from price action, from reading the price action, that a reversal is forming here. And when it breaks the low of the previous candle here, it's quite clear that price is headed down. And it did head down. I mean, it did head back up, but that's always a risk. It did head down. So while it's quite clear that all of that is happening, if the risk reward ratio isn't there, then my risk management tells me not to take the trade, because at the end of the day, it's just not worth the risk. So yeah, this would not have been a setup that I would actually trade. And there's nothing really forming on AUD USD. GBP USD doesn't look like there's anything forming here because of where price is, but let's take a quick look anyway. Nah, nothing here. Euro GBP, let's see what's happening here. Oh yeah, I adjusted the support resistance area 30 minutes ago and it's been sitting here. So this is one of the ones I wanted to look at. I'm going to move this one to the top of the list. Now, it's going to be a while before anything forms here on the higher time frames, the ones I'm more interested in trading. So the 8-hour and the 12-hour and the daily. It's going to be a while before anything forms here on these time frames, but what's happening right now is price is sitting on a pretty strong support area. So price is sitting on the support area. If indecision forms, this might end up being a nice trade. But like I said, it's going to be a while, because on the 8-hour, we're first going to need this candle to close. We're then going to need indecision to form. So we're going to need another candle to close and then another candle to open. So we're looking at 16 hours before this turns into a tradable setup, if it even does. I mean, it's still entirely likely that sellers are going to just push through the support resistance area. It's not as if sellers haven't pushed through a support area before. It happens quite often. So we don't really know what's going to happen. It's something I'm going to keep a close eye on. I want to see what happens at this level. I want to see if indecision forms, but I'm not going to get terribly excited about this one because, yeah, it's not very likely that it's going to happen in the next, because, yeah. So, what next? We've done AUD USD and GBP USD, New Zealand USD. I mean, it is, we are seeing signs of indecision on support, but it's already kind of bounced away from the support, then come back through it. So I'm not too sure. Yeah, I don't really see this as anything. It doesn't look like it's worth trading. It doesn't even look like it's going to end up being a potential trade. It looks like it's just pushing through that support area. GBP JPY, let's see what's happening here. Oh yeah, someone posted this to the forum, like a potential setup here, but it ended up just pushing back up through it. So there's nothing really happening here that's worth trading. I'm going to go through it anyway, just because I like to see what price is doing. USDCHF. Oh, yes. This is another support resistance area I placed about 30 minutes ago. This support resistance area is marking out this extreme high here where price just like plummeted from in January because of the central bank. So if price comes back up to this area, it is very, very likely that we're going to see some indecision here, and at least we're going to see some kind of bounce. It's very likely that we're going to see some kind of bounce. It's unlikely that buyers are going to break straight through this area as if it's not there. This is such an extreme movement that we're likely to see some kind of reaction when price hits this area. It's always possible that buyers are going to push straight through. I mean, I've been surprised more by the Forex market than something like that. But the most likely scenario is we're going to see some kind of reaction at this level, and it is now pushing up to that level. So I'm possibly looking to take a short trade here if the right setup forms. This is something I'm going to be keeping a very, very close eye on. USDCHF, I'm going to be keeping a very close eye on it. This is a high that we haven't seen since 2010, I believe. Yeah, 2010. Last time price was up here on USDCHF was 2010. So this is a 5-year high, and it also has that extreme drop that we got because of the Swiss Central Bank. So yeah, this is something to keep a really close eye on. You know, it's going to, like Euro GBP, it's going to be a while before we actually get a tradable setup here, if one even forms. You know, first we need this candle to push up and hit the resistance area. Then we need indecision to form. Then we need indecision to close. And we need another candle to open and break the low of indecision or another significant low. So we're looking at quite some time before this forms, but it's something to keep a very close eye on. GBP, JPY, we already looked at, and let's do some USD CAD real quick. There's not going to be nothing here because of, yeah, we'll flick through it anyway. Yeah, nothing much going on. USD JPY, let's check that out real quick. It's heading into a resistance area. Preceding trend is pretty small. I'm going to keep a bit of an eye on this one. I just want to see what happens here. Probably not going to be tradable at all for the same reasons that I can't remember which pair we were looking at earlier wouldn't be tradable. Preceding trend's too short, so it'd be hard to get a good risk to reward ratio. But I just want to see what happens with this one. So I'm going to keep an eye on USD JPY, just see how it plays out. GBP AUD, let's take a quick look at this. Oh, yeah, there's not going to be a setup here, but let's flick through it anyway. Nothing much, and Euro JPY. Yeah, nothing much going on here. So that's pretty much it for today's analysis. We got USDCHF that you should be watching out for. We got Euro GBP that again you should be watching out for, and USD JPY. You know, 90% chance this won't end up turning into something tradable, but it's something I'm going to keep an eye on anyway. So I hope you enjoyed the analysis. Again, if you liked it, please hit the like button or the thumbs up button on the bottom right of this video if you're watching it on YouTube. Other than that, thank you very much for watching. If you have comments, ask them on the blog. You'll find a link to the blog below, and I'll give you an answer. If you have any price action related questions about this analysis or just price action in general, feel free to ask in my blog and I'll do my best to answer you. So thank you again for watching. I'll see you for tomorrow's analysis.